evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1274th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar, and that, of course, would be me. Good evening, traders. Oscar Carboni coming to you on a Monday night for Trading Tuesday, Jan 27th, 2015. Traders, remember, futures trading is extremely risky and can absolutely cause substantial financial loss. Futures trading is not suitable for all trading accounts. It has been very volatile. There's been a lot of money and points flying around. You must put your stops in. You've got to have a plan. You cannot just shoot from the hip. These markets will take you out lately. They are very volatile. So remember, a stop is your best friend. They don't always work, but in most cases, they will knock you out when you freeze and don't do anything. And traders, this is my opinion, but my technical opinion has got to be the best you can find on the street right now. And if you can find someone better, I'll challenge them in a moment. All right, so what's going on? For trading on the 27th, we've got a green Omni. You got to clap for those green Omnis. You got to love them, baby. Omni says up. Oscar's market navigational indicator points up, and last night I sent you traders out a video right after the opening. The market started to come down. In that video, I showed you that the Omni, even though I personally was bearish all weekend doing my analysis on fundamentals, when I went to do the Omni analysis, technically I found the Omni was bullish, not bearish. I was thinking incorrectly. Came up with a good buy level, showed it to you on Sunday night, and how about that Omni? We bought the lows in NASDAQ and S&P yesterday when it looked like the world was going to come to an end. We got the lows, thank you, Omni, and away we go. So another green Omni for trading on Tuesday, and this is part one of a two-day Fed meeting, traders. Do not forget, Fed meeting Tuesday, Wednesday. We don't expect anything different out of the Fed, but you know, the meeting can create a lot of volatility. We will trade Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll see what's going to happen. So, what's on the board? Green Omni and emini, S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, Tranny, the Russell. We have some stocks in play for trading on Tuesday. Some stocks in play for trading on Tuesday. Come to livewithoscar.com and I will tell you what stocks we're going to trade. The beauty about stocks is they don't open until 9:30 OST or Eastern Time. Tuesday morning, so I've got plenty of time to get you these recs. Make sure you come to livewithoscar.com and see what stocks we're looking at. So, on the board, weekly charts are still solid. In the Dow, in the Tranny, in the Russell, in the NASDAQ, in the S&P, etc. Solid markets right now, at least on the chart when you look at the weeklies. And I'm going to show you a bunch of weekly charts. Metals are hitting resistance, traders. Metals hitting resistance on Friday, on Thursday afternoon last week. Omni was bullish all through the week. Thursday afternoon, Omni told us, stop buying gold. Look for some downside. Gold went down Friday. Gold went down Monday. Gold looks like it's going down Tuesday. How about that Omni, huh? And I have been warning each and every one of you with these signals. I've been advanced telling you what should happen. Omni's been really interesting. It doesn't always win. We know that futures trading is risky, right? No one ever always wins. But boy, this Omni's been hot lately. My goodness. Traders, metals are hitting resistance, which leads me to want to show you something. We live by repetitive patterns. That is what a good analyst looks for. I've seen this before. I know how to analyze it. I know how to qualify it. I know where it goes next. If you've seen something 50 times and it works 48 times, it's something that works. Well, repetitive patterns absolutely are a great tool to keep in your arsenal that we like to build. It's a toolbox, if you will, or a toolbox, an arsenal full of tools, weapons that we use against the markets. A great one is repetitive patterns. I will show you. So, what have we got? Weekly charts are solid. Russ, NASDAQ, Tranny, Dow, etc. You name it, they're solid right now. Metals hitting resistance in silver and gold, and it's a nice repetitive pattern that you'll see in the metals. Traders, with no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Okay, traders, the first chart this evening is the Dow Jones Transportation Average, the weekly bar chart deemed the leader of U.S. indices. Look at how well it has hugged this average, this trend line. You've seen this chart in many videos in the past. bringing it back to you now because we just hit it a couple of weeks ago and we started to pop back up. But you can see how strong it looks, and look at how well we hold the average and rally very smartly after hitting it. So why not continue and maybe get up there those blue lines for now? The weekly looks good. The daily absolutely looks fantastic. Hopefully we'll get another day out of it. We'll see, one day at a time. Then there's Dow Jones Industrial Average weekly bar. Same thing, same average. Look at how well it's holding. Look at the great trend it's in. Looking solid, if you ask me, as far as a trend is concerned on the weeklies. Yes, it gravitates up and down. It'll gyrate up and down to the top and bottom, gravitate down, gyrate up, gravitate down. But it's been moving this way, right? So let's not count this market out unless it does something crazy. Then you've got the NASDAQ, and look at how strong of a flag we've got on the NASDAQ weekly. Very nice looking. And traders, each one of these little things are little flags, to be honest with you. They just keep moving it higher and higher. Nice flag pole. Nice big broad flag. This should move us higher. Now, you can move and gyrate inside of this flag up and down and still be inside of a bull flag for a while, right? You can go up, you can go down, you can go up. It can extend out. But that doesn't make it bearish. That means it's building a base. With that in mind, NASDAQ's building a base. Take a look at this right here. This is wonderful. Nice plateau on the Russell. Look at that Russell. This is a wonderful plateau. You want to call it a bull flag? I don't know. Call this whole thing a flagpole, right? Throw a pole here. Call this thing a bull flag. But for now, I say it's a nice plateau. And, pay attention, it's got a top, a second top, a triple top. And I have always told my OMNI, no matter what you read in books, forget about the books. Oscar knows better. Triple tops should be purchased after a brief pullback. So, top one, top two, top three, brief pullback. Look where it's going now. It should get bested. And Oscarism is we buy through triple tops once we've had a slight pullback. We buy through triple tops after a pullback. Top one, top two, top three, pullback on its way back up. You gotta like that, at least for now. Once again, this could gyrate inside this flag for a while and still be bullish. So let's not look for anything major. Let's look for gyration unless we break out. And then you've got metals, traders. We live by repetitive patterns. A good analyst spots a repetitive pattern, sees what's going to happen, takes advantage of it, right? Here's gold weekly bar. You can see that it's in a nice wedge. When it hits the top of the wedge, it comes down. Boom. Hits the top or misses the top of the wedge, illustrated by a little umbrella there. But look at what it does. It comes right down. Gets to the top of the wedge and comes down. Just misses the top of the wedge, little umbrella, and comes down. Hits the top of the wedge. This is what should happen next. That is called the repetitive pattern. Will it happen? Well, that's what stops are for, kids. Make sure your stop is in, because no one knows if it's going to happen for sure. But that is pretty good repetitive pattern there, and we live by those patterns. And then there is this silver weekly. Traders, look at this silver weekly. It's just like the gold weekly. It hits the top and races to the bottom. Just misses the little umbrella there, and boom, races to the bottom. Again, look at this dive to the bottom. Misses, but races down anyway. Hits the top, races down, hits the top. Will it break out? It very well could, because it's starting to hit the top more often. But this we've seen time and time again. Betting on this side is a bet. Trading on this side is a trade. And that is the way it works. We do not gamble. We're not bettors. We trade. This is a trade. Betting it'll go through is a bet. Go for trading, not betting. Trade what you see, never what you hope for. Traders, pull your own charts, do your own analysis. Never, ever accept anybody's word about where a market may go without doing your own analysis first. So, traders, you've seen the charts, and there is my technical argument for why the OMNI's pointing up. And again, love the green OMNIs. We got to keep those going. Let's hope it continues. One day at a time, always place your stops. Now, charts are merely a visual look at fundamental news and traders' reaction to such. That's what a chart is. The indices charts are looking bullish. the metals charts are looking bearish, that would be fundamentals coming out in the charts, if you ask me. Once again, fundamentals coming out in the charts. I mentioned to you in last night's video, forget about Greece. What does it matter if Greece is on the map, off the map? Do we get olives? Do we not get olives? Feta cheese? What does it matter? And that's what I was saying to you in last night's video. That's not stopping the U.S. market from going up. These people in Greece are known for entitlements, being lazy. I'm sorry, I'm not prejudiced against Greece at all. I'm telling you what we see. They absolutely evade taxes like you've never seen, but want those entitlements and want to go off on their own and be Greece to handle their own. How are you going to handle your own economic finances when you can't get people to pay taxes? Really? So, listen, they mean nothing to what the U.S. is going to do. The price of crude coming down is a fantastic fundamental. The price of our stock market going up makes everybody happy. The price of your house increasing in value, as you're seeing doing month after month, couldn't possibly be hurting you right now, nor could the money in your pocket from saving at the gas station be hurting you right now. And they talk about deflation being a bad thing. Deflation's a bad thing in some countries that do not have natural resources and do not have a consumer-driven economic environment. We've got natural resources up the wazoo in this country, and we buy everything that we can possibly buy from one another, from outsiders, from China, from Japan, you name it. If you got it, we'll buy it. We buy it from each other. We use it. We throw it in the garbage, and we buy another one the next day. That's the type of society we are. So you know what? Deflation would help us, not hurt us. It might not help other countries, but we can survive pretty well on a deflated economy. So what is the problem here? I don't see one. I see this thing dipping and being purchased. We buy dips when in a bull market. And what I showed you on those charts was a bull market until it becomes a bear market. And yesterday it was a prime example of buying dips in a bull market. Well done, Omni. All right, so traders, one thing from back east, major storm there. I understand you guys are getting a major storm. While this is happening, one of my best friends for my entire life is coming out to hang out with me. Hopefully he does not get snowed in. He's coming out on Thursday. We plan on hanging out for the Super Bowl. I love this guy to death, Dave. I can't wait to see you, baby. I can't wait. But another thing about New York that I just heard or was reading today, they're looking to raise the bridges again, the tolls in New York City. When I left, they were $15 to get over the Verrazano Bridge to get to work in the morning, plus gas and other tolls you got to do the tunnel. They want to go to 16. My goodness, I love living in Paradise Valley here in Las Vegas. No tolls. You don't have to even pay for parking. Valet parking's free. The sun always shines. What are you guys doing in snowy New York City when they're raising rates on you? You can be here in Vegas with me. Dave, you will be soon. Maybe I'll convince you to live here forever. All right, so traders, I will see you at my site livewithoscar.com. You will find me in my chat room every day, every night. I'm there for the Europeans at night. I'm there for the Americans and everybody else during the day. Come on to livewithoscar.com. Join me in my free trading room. And remember, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to help yourselves with that is say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening. And you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll, traders, and I'll see you at livewithoscar.com. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.